Hi, how's it going? Cheers. This morning we're gonna have a look at something interesting. Very, very interesting. You probably have seen the title and the thumbnail. We're gonna review the M game. It's supposed to be at least the Go XLR killer, or what's supposed to replace Wavelink as well with the software. We're going to have a look at it today. If you're new around here, I'm Mogo Z, and I do content creation, live streaming, and unboxing. Are you ready? Grab a cuppa, find a comfy seat. Let's do this. All right, so this video came about for two reasons. The first one is a follow-up on a video that Apple Box has made a few days ago. I will link it down below, where he basically said that the Go XLR is dead because TC Helicons has announced on their own server that they won't be producing the hardware anymore and they won't be updating the software anymore. Yes, there is also some volunteers that they try to recreate the software and try to keep up the updates, but even though I hope for them the best, is not a viable solution for the future. And the second reason is I am getting a bit sick and tired of the gutter products, not the hardware. The hardware I'm very, very happy with, but the software. More precisely, anything that has to do with the Stream Deck. When I live stream or when I do my content, even just recording, I have to reset or restart, turn on and off, whatever you want to call it, 2 or 3 times per, like each time that I do anything. And it's getting frustrating because the software maybe is not connecting very well with the hardware. I'm not entirely sure. Wavelink is a little bit better compared to the Stream Deck app, but still a bit wonky. So I was looking for another solution, and that's what I found, the M Game audio. And I wanted to see if I could solve the solution of the audio without having to go and get a Go XLR. Now the Go XLR is dead, so it's not a viable solution anymore. So let's have a look at what's in the box. Then we're going to have a look at how it looks, the software, and everything else. Alrighty, so this is the box, and we have this is the M Game, customizable lights, mute and beep button, instant voice and sound effects, dual USB and console connection, that's right, multi-purpose 360 control knob with LD indicators, 5 individual faders plus microphone volume, free software download, customized LEDs, samples, and voice effects, easily personalized routing, audition, voice effects, and samples. So now we'll look at the back of the box. It shows you a little preview of the actual software, and then it shows you what it looks like when it's lighted on. I'll show you all of that. And everything that is on the front is at the back as well. We have the actual device itself with no freewheel, just in a bag. So we have 2 USB-B to USB-C, and we have 1 splitter for 3.5 millimeter jack into the 2 RCAs. And then we have the power brick. So it's time to have a look at the software. As you can see, I have it on my right hand side, which will be your left. Now the home page is a visual representation of what's going on the actual device. Next step is setup. It's how to set up your mic. You can go wild with the equalizer, low, mids, high, mid frequencies. You have a compressor, you have a noise gate, the SR, HPFM, which is high pass filter. You can boost it as well. And if you click on HW meter on your physical device and on here, you can see if you're picking or not. So you can either go, by ear, or you can load one setup. So set up, load microphone settings, and you have a few microphones like the M-Game RGB mic effect. You have the Shure SM7B 80-2020. You have the Nova. You have the Arctic Steel, iPadX Cloud. Or you can create your own preset. So you prefer the mic in a certain way. You go, instead of setup, you make save microphone settings and you can save it. It's pretty much straightforward after that. And you can control what's going on the sensor button. And I have it set up as beep. And then, of course, you can do the LED control from here. We have a look at the LED in a moment. And then you can control your hardware. So chat audio source, you want it to be, well, if you have two PC setups, you can have the stream PC as the chat audio and the game audio source as the stream PC. And you can set up as well the foot switch. Foot switch is a separate purchase. I haven't purchased yet, but if everything goes well, I'll probably go and get it. Who knows? Routing page. It can be very, very confusing. Full disclaimer, I've watched twice the M-Game audio main YouTube channel for this particular video because it was very confusing to me as well. Even though I'm used to routing, I've had it with Wavelink, I've done some voice meter. This is a little bit different. Now, at the top row, you have your stream audio. So you want to make sure that the microphone is in, the game, your chat input, your sampler, and your stream input, which is basically everything that comes from the PC, everything else, so music, bot service if you have it separate, and so on and so forth. Now, with the chat side of things, I only have enabled the microphone because what's going on here is everything that you see with the big picture, it means that you can control it directly with the physical thing on the device. And if you right click, you can choose virtual fader mode, which means that you can only change it in the software. So with the chat command, I only want to control the mic input and the chat that is coming from Discord, Gilded. If you have games that you can split the game audio and the chat audio, like for example Fortnite, it's one thing that you can do. With the system side of things, I turn everything off with the virtual fader, so I won't accidentally change it during the stream. And I can only change the volume of the system. Then for the sampler, same thing, only sampler. Main out is a port at the back of the hardware where you can send it to speakers and have it everything off for the same reason with a virtual fader, because I don't want mistakes during the live stream, because I have speakers and I don't want to accidentally blast it during the stream because all the feedback would go on the actual microphone, so it's going to be a mess. And the same thing with the headphones, so you can choose the volumes of the stuff to come through the stream on your headphones, and you can set your own levels, but I wanted to do it through the software so I don't accidentally change the volumes throughout the stream. Then we got sampler. That's when the fun starts. So you have a total of 5 plus 5, so you have 2 banks, as you can see, with 5 buttons each that you can put to play directly on the device. So you can set up, for example, I have it set up with the applause with the number 1, punchline, cricket, sad, air horn, and then I have 5 more effects. If I change the bank, I'll show you on the actual device when we go and have a look with the B-roll. With the bank hold L, it will change from one bank to the other. Same thing for mic effects. There are some pre-made ones. You can make your own if you want and save it. But for now, there are quite a few. And same thing, you have bank 1 and bank 2, and you have 2 for each bank. So I have iPad and Alien, and Megaphone and Hive. And so you have a total of 4 of them. Now, I know you're waiting for this. LED. With this, you can change all of the LEDs on the device, and there are heaps of them. So all of them, they're clickable, and you can change the color. I have personalized mine, so it matches my whole setup with the black and gold or black and yellow. But you can go wild, and they have more than one effect. So with the poles, you have rainbow. You actually have more than one. Let me have a look. Okay, so pulse, chasing, rainbow, fader, gradient fader, pulse fader, chasing fader, rainbow fader, and voodoo. Not all of them, they work as intended, as I can see for now. Maybe with the software update, they will work a little bit better, or you can't really see them on the actual device. That's another possibility. Or if you don't want to spend the time like I did to set up each single one of them, you can do file and then LEDs, load LED settings, and you can go with all by the same color. They have a lot of presets default. And then you have pulse and VU themes. You got the different themes. There is a lot of customization that you can do with it. I just want to mention something very quickly. Before you go and set up the device, make sure that the output device on your volume mixer on Windows is system L/R 2-M audio M game RGB dual stream, and your input device is Alt L/R 2M audio M game RG dual stream, because otherwise you won't be able to hear anything. I want to take a moment to say thank you for getting this far into the video. Don't forget to pop the like button. That way YouTube will share this video a lot more and I can help more people. Don't forget to smack a comment down below as well, so I will know if you like the video, if I can improve on some stuff, if this item, the end game, was worth for you as well, or if you're going to buy one, not going to buy one, you're happy with something else, let me know down below. And let's go to the conclusions now. What do I think about this device? This device is mostly made of plastic, but to be completely honest with you, it looks sturdy. It feels sturdy. The only downside of it, to be honest with me, as a hardware side of things, is that it's a fingerprint magnet. But other than that, it's pretty good. The software side of things, it can use a little work. It's a bit of a headache until you get to work around it, and then you see all the customization that you can do. It has a lot of potential. I really hope that they release new updates with more samples, with more effects, and more customization on the mic side of things, because there are a few effects that are not mentioned. So yes, there is a noise gate, for example, but there is no background noise reduction, which they are very, very different, and they serve two important roles. And so it gets the thumbs up from me. I'm going to use it. I'm going to keep rocking it. It will replace my Wavelink. So if you like this video, I'm sure you will like this video next or this video next. Until next week, happy creating.